everyone, I'm Trey Rich and you are watching The Buzz. On today's show we have Regina Madre, some of you may know her as Rebecca Cruz, who's married to one of her favorite people, Terry Cruz. In our artist spotlight we have rIVerse, and then we talk to content creator Amanda Francis, who just released a book called Riches, More Money Than You Know What to Do With. I have so many questions. This is going to be a fun show, so roll that intro.
Hi, my name is Regina Madre, and let's get buzzed.
First up, we have Rebecca Cruz, aka Regina Madre. She's a singer, songwriter, actress, and wife of actor Terry Cruz. Rebecca has an amazing story where she put her dreams of performing on hold to help raise her family, and now she's got new music doing well on the adult contemporary charts, and wrote a book with her husband Terry that talks about their long relationship. Let's take a look.
Well, I started doing music as a little girl. I started piano lessons at about 9 years old, and my parents were both musicians. My mom is an opera singer. My dad was a musician and a chemist. And then my stepfather was also a musician, a jazz musician. So I just couldn't help but fall in love with music. And I started writing, I think I wrote my first song when I was about 9. And I started singing in choirs. And then I started my own choir at 13. We were called the Chosen Ones. And we sang at my little Catholic school, and we sang all around Gary, Indiana. And then that just continued through high school and college, as well as being involved in musical theater. And I was in an all-girl band. You know, we were trying to be like Climax, you know what I'm saying? And we were trying to, but with girls on instruments. And just kept going with all those things into college. Up until the day I got married. So music is not new to me. It's just something that I was only doing in the church during the years my husband played in the NFL and while I was raising my kids. So I kept writing songs, I kept singing and writing and arranging, but I wasn't putting anything out and I wasn't singing in clubs. And partly because I just made a decision to put my family first. I had 2 kids by the time Terry got drafted, and then he moved around all the time. Like it was like 7 years, 7 teams. And I just thought, I should look out for the kids. Let me just focus on mommyhood. And when the time is right, I'll go back to doing my thing. And right about, I want to say it was like 2000, 2001, I started to buy some gear for a home studio, started, working with producers here in LA. And, a lot of those songs nobody ever heard, and started doing some little open mics and things like that, and performed at Zen Lounge over at Tisha Campbell's place, and, did a few other R&B live, but discovered too pretty quickly that I'm not really an R&B singer. I'm a little more of a pop singer. And so it took that time to kind of hone my sound and decide what kind of music I really wanted to put out. Because as a songwriter, I wrote a lot of songs I intended other people to sing. I wrote with Mary J. Blige in mind. I wrote with Fantasia in mind, or Celine Dion, or whoever. And I was pitching my music for quite a while as a songwriter. And someone that I pitched one of my songs to was like, why don't you sing your own music? And I'm like, well, I didn't really write these songs for me. I have a few songs that I feel like are for me, but this person just encouraged me. He said, I really feel like you need to do your own music. So I did. You have to make a way to feel like you didn't die with your dreams inside you. There are a lot of things that I've attempted that I didn't make any money doing, but at least I attempted it, and there are a lot of women out there I could name who succeeded later in life. Vera Wang, did not become a designer until she was 40. Now she worked in fashion, right, but in the magazine side. Martha Stewart found her success later in life. Colonel Sanders. I mean, you know, we've all heard of these people who didn't make their million until they were over 40, over 50 years old. I didn't make $1 million till I was 52.
Wow.
52. I got $1 million. I got $1 million on a deal. And I was like, wow, I did it. You know, it's like, but I've been dreaming of doing this since I was 9. Now, you know, I lived in Gary, Indiana. And I remember saying to my mother, you know, Mommy, I want to be on TV. Mommy, I want to sing. She said, girl, to do that, we have to move to California, and I don't have time or money or this or that. And my mother was a widow. You know, my biological father died when I was 6, you know, in a car accident, like suddenly. So she just had to pay the bills. You know, she did. My mother became a professional woman, and she made very good money and was the first Black and first female sales associate in her company. And this was 1972. So she couldn't really make my dreams. Like now I can make my kids' dream come true. Like my son is working on TV, right, because we're here in LA. And when they told me they wanted to go out on auditions, I said, okay, Mommy, we'll take you to class and I'll take you on these auditions and blah, blah, blah. We'll see what happens. And he's on a show. It took him 4 years.
I keep holding on. I keep holding on. I keep, yeah, holding on. I keep.
I laugh all the time because my kids have always heard me sing and they've always heard me do music. So to them, Mommy's not a star. But when Mommy's song got on the radio, they were like, oh, Mom, that's cool. You know, now it's for real. Or like, you know, when they've watched the video, my next single is going to have a video with it. And they're like, Mom, that's really awesome. That's really great. And, you know, sometimes it's not cool to say your mom is cool or your mom is hot or your mom is, you know, whatever. But all their friends are like, yo, your mom's song is banging, you know. And I want to say my husband has always been supportive of my dreams. He's always encouraged my music. He's always tried to tell me what to do, you know, lovingly try to tell me what to do. But they're very supportive. You know, when I've done live gigs, everybody comes and they all cheer for me. You know, I was performing at the San Diego County Fair. The whole family drove down in horrible traffic to watch Mommy gig, you know. So I think it's as it should be. You know, I would be a little miffy if I was on the road by myself, you know, as much as I've supported you guys. But my husband is proud as a little peacock. He posts everything I do. You know, he did a little dance video with me. You know, he supports 100%. Oh yeah, no, my husband is definitely the life of the party anywhere he goes. Now he's definitely, you know, more tame at home. He's not walking around shirtless, popping his pecs at the children. But my husband has a wonderful joie de vivre. You know, he just loves life, and he can see a funny story a mile away, and he'll tell the story, and we're all laughing, and we're watching, you know, clips or videos of things that are hilarious, and we just laugh a lot. You know, that's probably why I fell in love with Terry. All my social media is Rebecca King Cruz or Regina Madre. So I have set sites for both. Okay. You can follow me on both. The Regina Madre pages will mostly feature the music. The Rebecca pages, you kind of see a little of everything. I have a website, reginamadremusic.com. So there's more info there on music and upcoming releases and things like that. But the best way to know what's going on is just social media.
Right.
And lots of new things coming. The clothing and shoes and handbags and cosmetics, and the book, and probably more speaking around the book, and more music.
What You Want to Do is out now on all streaming platforms, and the book Stronger Together, How Fame, Failure, and Faith Transformed Our Lives was released April 15th. So don't go anywhere, we have Amanda Frances up next. Everybody loves money, just like everybody loves money queen Amanda Frances. We got a chance to catch up with her at her book signing for a recently released book, Rich as More Money Than You Know What to Do With. The event was exciting as Amanda gives us some tips and a few of her celebrity friends stopped by to show support. Let's take a look.
Women are disempowered around money. There is not a lot of good resources telling us how to make money our ways and ways that feel good to us without advice that totally contradicts our inner knowing and our intuition. And someone had to tell the truth about money and how easy and fun and flowy it can be and how much freedom it can have in our lives. So I've been in business for 10 years. I own an online education empire, so to speak. So I'm pretty good at internet marketing and trendy language and eye-catching imagery. And I had the images of me in the bathtub of cash from a photo shoot a few years ago. And I needed something that was memorable. And my name is Amanda Frances AF. So, ask Amanda Frances. So we did Rich as Men are telling me they really, really love it. I did write it for women as I am a woman who had to go on my own journey of having a healthy, empowered relationship with money. So I know what it's like to be a woman in that position, but men are totally enjoying it. What you can expect is a fresh perspective around money, really unlike anything else out there. So I'm XO Amanda Frances on Instagram, on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube, on Twitter, and my website is amandafrances.com. And my podcast, And She Rises, the podcast. Hi, my name is Amanda Frances, and you've just been buzzed.
Rich as More Money Than You Know What to Do With is a great read, so please check it out. Stay right there, we have some pop topics up next. The following Buzz News segment was brought to you by Snack Pop Candy and Cookie Flavored Popcorn. Justin Bieber is in a sharing mood as he shines light on he and his wife Hailey's first year of marriage being very stressful due to distrust, and he also said his drug problem was so bad that the bodyguards would check his pulse as he slept. Bieber says, "It's like I had all this success and it was still like I'm still sad and I'm still in pain and I still have these unresolved issues. And I thought all the success was going to make everything good. And so for me, the drugs were a numbing agent just to continue to get through." His faith is another reason why Bieber seems to be in a better space these days. God is grace, he said. Every time we mess up, he's picking us back up every single time. That's how I view it. And it's like, I made a mistake, I won't dwell in it, I don't sit in shame, but actually, it makes me want to do better. Bieber released his 6th album, Justice, this past March. rIVerse is a viral, multiracial, LGBTQ+, and body-positive pop group that recently released their newest music video for Baby Boo off their critically acclaimed album, Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy, which has been praised for its innovative, genre-bending aesthetic and inclusive message tackling themes ranging from body positivity and self-love to systemic racism. We have the Rambo Quartet up next, so let's take a look.
The reception has actually been very positive for us, and that's kind of, I was gonna say, for us when we first started, we did not go out there championing like, this is it. We just wanted to create great music and create great live performances, great music videos, and that's what we were doing. But we noticed that the response that we were getting from our audiences and from people who were coming into contact with us was, I love how diverse you are. I love that I can see myself in you. And that's kind of what made us make the decision to start making this our mantra, that we are representing the underrepresented, because the response was so positive. about the fact that we are so diverse. And it has continued to be. Every time we're out there and we say we're representing the underrepresented, it's not, we're out here to be a token this, that, and the other, and that's all people are talking about. They hear that, they're interested, and then they get great music and great live performance and great everything, and they're like, okay, well, we love it. We can't not love it now.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen and genders? We are rIVerse.
My name is Zach.
I'm Monroe.
My name is Diz.
And I'm Khadija.
Say bye-bye, single life. Yeah, I did it, yeah, I did it, yeah, we did it. Inside butterfly. I can feel it, can you feel it? No, I don't claim to be your perfect girl, but I'm Topanga in your boy meets world. I'm finna scream it out. Tell them what it's all about. Yeah.
Post up what you wrote me. rIVerse. So originally we were spelled rIVerse, the regular reverse spelling, dictionary spelling. But, and that speaks to just sonically what rIVerse brings. So we are huge fans of music from past eras, 90s in particular, but we love like early 2000s, 70s, 80s. We're just very inspired by music that came before. We learned a lot from it. And so sonically, we would incorporate those elements into our music today. But we had broken up in 2016. We were broken up for a year, and we got back together in 2017. Upon reforming, we decided to do a little bit of a rebrand, and with that, the name was also rebranded. People were always telling us, people that worked with us, that what made the group special was the four of us. So we took that four, the Roman numeral for four, and swapped out that E, put in an I, and then it became rIVerse.
What you wrote me, never scale back, cause you told me, show me, to malone me. I ain't want you, baby, I ain't want you. Two-step like the OGs.
We went to Korea in 2018.
We did, yeah.
And we performed everywhere and did our thing out there for about a month. When we were there, Monroe connected with this incredible producer named Boy. And he is well known for his K-pop productions particularly. And I'm gonna let you take it from here, because this is kind of like more your story.
So yes, we connected, and he was like, oh, you are an artist, you know, you're from Toronto, I'm a producer, I do K-pop music. And I was like, this is an amazing collaboration that we have right now. Yeah. And he's like, I would love to produce some beats for you guys. And I'm like, are you for real? And he's like, absolutely. So he gave us a couple of tracks, and Baby Boo was one of them. And I sent it to the group, and I was like, guys, you have to listen to this. Boy just sent me this. Like, he said it's ours. Like, you know, like, this is for us. And we listened to it. Diz took one listen, and he's like, I got it. And the song just kind of came together because Diz is our top line writer here in the rIVerse group. So he goes into his little zone in his room and his blanket wrapped up, and he listens to the track, and he starts to write. Yeah. And Baby Boo just kind of came alive, and literally not even...
It was a short period of time in terms of the writing process. And it was just so much fun being in the studio to create the song, because to be able to hear what was in my head come out, performed immaculately by my bandmates here. It was just a dream come true to have that production, to have the song come to life. And it's been a great journey with the song so far.
We are currently working on a virtual concert. So when we released Baby Boo, we also released our entire album, Poison Ivy, which is online on all streaming platforms. But then because of COVID, we haven't been able to tour, we haven't been able to perform this new music that we put out. So we're working on a full-length online concert that we will be streaming in May. And that's really where we've been. We've been in rehearsals and meetings and plannings and all of that, just putting together our concert.
Everyone can follow us online on all social media platforms at rIVerse Live. That's RIVERSE Live.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen and genders? We are
rIVerse.
My name's Diz.
I'm Khadija.
My name is Zach.
And I'm Monroe.
And you've just been buzzed.
That's all we have. Special thanks to Amanda Francis, rIVerse, and Rebecca King Cruz. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at buzz_access. Happy birthday to me. It's Aries season. I'm Trey Rich. Love and light to you all.
Trust in love again. And my darling, you are the reason I sang. My baby. My
For more stories and extended clips, go to thebuzzallaccess.com. I'm Trey Rich, and you've just been buzzed.